sky blue eyes. I see a world behind them. No more time, sinking into the silence, reaching out for something you may never find, looking for a reason not to lose your mind. Feel like you're caught in a world you don't belong to, praying that you'll make it home. I know you're scared that the place you love is gone. Don't fear what you do not know. Neon signs flicker away forever. Cross state lines, we could be lost together. Reaching out for something you may never find, looking for a reason not to lose your mind. Feel like you're caught in a world you don't belong to, praying that you'll make it home. I know you're scared that the place you love is gone. Don't fear what you do not know. Feel like you're caught in a world you don't belong to, praying that you'll make it home. I know you're scared that the place you love is gone. Don't fear what you do not know. seek to find is a world that's mine.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ultimate Rocket League URL. Guys, we have 2 finals games today. We got one right now, one later. Get hyped. It's going to be awesome.
Hype.
Oh, dude, I like that already. We got a new addition to the Casters booth, and a first-timer, too. Say hello to Angel, everybody. Angel, what's up, sir?
I'm hearing the make believe round of applause for me.
Of course.
Hello, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. Well, anyways, welcome to the Casters booth. It's a pleasure to have you. We've seen you all around the league. We've seen you in chat. We haven't seen you here yet. Are you stoked? Are you happy? What are you feeling right now?
Dude, I'm excited. Like, I have never casted with the GOAT himself, Nolan. Like, bravo to you, dude.
Dude, I appreciate it.
I'm just happy to be here. I've been on URL stream multiple times for games that I have lost. But, excited to cast my amazing Legends team taking on Dway's god-awful Legends team.
Oh, and you say that, and we just got to make sure it's confirmed right now. It's all out of love. He's your buddy. He's my buddy. I think that this game is going to be awesome. But I think we need to make sure that we press those buttons, right? Make sure that these players, we tell the story of the whole thing. So let's start off by telling the story, right? Let's take a peek at the brackets here. Let's take a peek at what's going on. Legends playoffs has been an absolute journey. We've seen teams that should have been in the finals leave first round, second round. We saw some pretty intense semifinals gameplay. Obviously, the Peaks, massive upset against the Trout. Tell me about that game. How do you think that game went?
Well, I just think we played better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was watching the stream, and personally, it kind of looked like we were just destroying like the first few games, and then it just kind of got easier, like the last few games when we won. I know we dropped a game or two. I think it was one game, but I think we were honestly the better team, and I think we're definitely ready to take on this Pride Legends team today.
I think you guys are ready too. I think it's nice to see a team who hasn't, been as dominant all season long, like the Trout, like the Elk, even necessarily the Pride, come in and win this game. So I'm excited to see the Pride and the Peaks go at it. Let's go ahead and take a peek at everything going on here. I know that you said that you wanted to take a peek at the Peaks. Let's go ahead and take us through the stats. Why don't you say?
Of course, Nolan. Thank you for that. So basically, first we have the Colorado Peaks Legends team stats. They'd be averaging about 3.6 goals per game, which is really good. It means they're getting a lot of shots off, which clearly here, 8.62 shots per game. That is good pressure, especially in this high of lobby. Or high of rank and skill level, you need to have good pressure in order to win and force the other team to panic and starve their boost. I'm looking forward to seeing some really good pressure from my team, honestly. Assists 1.4, good passing plays. I know the roster loves to pass the ball, and yeah, and then for saves, 5.1 saves. That is some brick wall defense, and I am so looking forward to watching my team defend their own net because I've watched them do it before. It's incredible. They're both good on defense. They're both always in sync. They don't double commit and panic on defense as often as you probably think they do under pressure. It's just amazing. Unfortunately, their win rate is only 44%, but I guarantee that was only before the roster change.
Now, what was that roster change? You told me about it a little bit earlier, but I don't even know that I was 100% aware of what that was. Take me through it. What was it?
So, in the beginning of the season, we had Lunar, Prophet, and Recon, and each game was basically Prophet and Lunar. Recon was always there, kind of as like a quote-unquote sub. But eventually, it got to the point where Recon, he wanted to play during the season. So, he went to the Aces, and Prophet told Lunar, he was like, I'm not going to have any much time to play anymore, so if you want to pick up someone else to play with more often, you can do that. And Lunar went into the sheet, found the newest member to URL, Pigby, or in URL, his name is Piggy. So now the finalized roster is Lunar, Pigby, and Prophet, and not to brag or anything, I don't know if many Legends players can say that they beat Lethemir and Spuda in our LCS calls, but, Pigby did, and he's kind of been the star on our team with Lunar. Like him and Lunar always be taking down them teams.
I got you. So they've been the duo. They've been the duo. Is that the duo we'll see tonight? We're not seeing Prophet. He's just the sub for right now.
Prophet is unfortunately at work. He works at PRS Guitars because he stands guitars there. He's a baller. Yeah. So we will be seeing Lunar and Pigby tonight, which I'm really excited to watch against Dway and Lut.
I think it'll be an awesome game. Speaking of Dway and Lut, let's go ahead and dive into the Pride here, huh? They are the Legends East champions. They've ousted teams like the Knights. Actually, that's all they took down. That's all they needed to take down. Actually, they took down the Knights. They took down a team before that. It was the Demons. So they're 2 teams out in the playoffs, and now they're here in the finals. Let's take a look at their stats. They've got a whopping 4 goals per game. They've got just under 10 shots per game, so already not a terrible ratio if you're shooting 4 for 10, little under that. Again, you're looking at Legends, but this ratio might be a little bit different. The way that you were just talking about the defense of the Peaks, it sounds like we could have a real lockdown game. The assists, you got 2.5. Nice, clean, easy number. This is a team that likes to utilize each other, utilize their teammates all around the field, so that'll be good. Saves, not as crazy as that 5 saves from the Peaks, but saves nonetheless. You got 3.75, so right under 4, and a whopping 71% win rate. So now you have to break down the fact that this team is wildly over that halfway point, and the Peaks are not. The Peaks are under that halfway point, and again, it's post roster change, whatever you want to say about them, but realistically, it would be a massive upset for a 44% team win rate to lose or to win against the 71% win rate team. But we got the roster right here for the Pride. The team we will be seeing from the Pride, we'll be seeing Lutvara, I Know the Way, and Wisdom. GM is Chef. And again, this is Chef's 3rd season here in URL. This will be history for his squad and his team. He's taken one of his squads to the finals now. It's much more than a lot of these other squads can say. So all love to him and his guys. We got a game to get to. We are about 17 minutes past this game. That's got to be close to URL record, even though I know it's not.
What are you doing, Nolan? Come on, man. Jeez.
We're going to go ahead and have these guys join up as long as they're here. They're maybe here, maybe not here. Peaks, we got everybody. All right, that's perfect. Manny, Sand, Angel, whatever your name is. I do have to ask though, when it comes down to everything that it comes, to happen in this game, we need one thing. We need a prediction. What's it gonna be?
Prediction. Ooh.
And why is my stream not recognizing this? Hold on.
I have no clue, Nolan. I think you're.
I don't know why either. We're good though.
Have you tried being better? And I was kidding. But oh, they're already in the game. My prediction for this game, just basically looking off the first goal. Honestly, I have to say it's gonna be like a 4-2 max. I don't think the Pride are gonna take into Game 7 at all.
Interesting. All right, I like that. I like that prediction. I think I like the Pride in this game though. I think I'm gonna go opposite you. I'm gonna go with the you're literally not even in the game. That's funny.
Oh, now I'm here.
Listen, that's all that matters. I think I'm gonna go with the 4. I'm gonna go with the 4-2 as well. Although I do see the possibility of it becoming a much closer game. I think that it takes a little while for Dway and Lutvara to kind of feel out their prey, feel out the victims, and then they kind of find out how they want to strike. And I think that that's literally what we watched them do last time. I think it'll take a little bit for Dway to kind of get comfortable with how he wants to play. In addition, you got Pigby just, sitting here doing his thing. So it'll be a tough matchup for real. Yeah, he's cooking. That's it. What's he cooking? Cooking a little something. Look at this play. Bottom right-hand corner.
Something on the stove. He's baking in the oven, as he does.
I love this play already. They're literally making plays, right from the start. They've got just about everything out in front of them. Lunar getting involved with Pigby, and that's what you need to see here.
Of course, they're already getting Lunar got the bump out. That's how they got their second goal. Those 2v1 situations are going to be so crucial for the Peaks to capitalize on because, like I said, bumps. If you just chase someone on a 2v1, then easy bump, easy goal. All Pigby had to do was shoot that low, and Dway was pre-jumping high. So I'm excited to see what more this duo can do with the Peaks.
So I gotta ask you, you talked to us about Pigby's success, his accolades, how he is as a player. He looks like he's owning this ball already, and Lunar is clearly trying to get this ball from Pigby. Says, you know what, it's my turn. You got to get out of here. But speaking of Pigby and how good he is, and you know, knowing, you know, what you know about this other Pride team, is this a competition? Like, is Pigby that much better than these guys?
Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah. That's really confident.
I have to say definitely. Pigby is definitely the better player in this game. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Sorry, Stream. But when Peaks played Pride earlier in the season, they got destroyed, and oh my goodness, see, Pigby's not even the star. Look at Lunar. Like, he doesn't even need Piggy. Lunar is 1v2ing. He's cooking. He's baking. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a competition of who can just outpace the other team. Like you said, Dewey and Lutvara are definitely probably trying to just set the pace and see what's going on earlier. I think definitely in these next few games, though, they're definitely going to pick it up a lot more. And it's going to be a fun matchup to watch. Well,
I like the way that Dewey and Lutvara have kind of interchangeably been able to work their way down the field, right? One player is just as capable of making a play as another. So I don't think that it's going to be, you know, this giant, you know, kind of, you know, one player better than another, one player, you know, going to have to sit in this one position. They're going to be able to utilize each other and kind of be able to do their bidding each way. Beautiful save there from Lunar. Pigby going to pick it back up.
The defense coming out, I'm telling you.
Well, you're right. The defense has already kind of come out, and you know they haven't even needed to really play it. But you know the defense is going to be there nonetheless. They're not going to have to worry about that. Pigby going to keep this catch in the air, double, get the flip reset. Little touch out by Dewey. Yeah, no, boost definitely going to be a little bit of an issue there. I think that the Lutvara Dewey combo is gonna have to figure out how to shut down Pigby, but they're still gonna have to deal with Lunar, who's been just as big of an issue so far. Shot here, gonna hit the post.
Wow!
Unfortunate.
Yeah, you couldn't even tell, like, that first save that Lunar got. Pigby wasn't chasing that ball. He definitely trusts Lunar as a player, so I don't even think it's gonna be like much of Pigby trying to carry Lunar. Like, Lunar's already proven himself on defense. Look at that save from Lunar already. The pre-jump to Lutvara's shot. Like, you can't write a better script.
Oh my. The saves, again, you know, you talked about them. Let's do over-under. Over-under how many saves this game for the Peaks? Doesn't matter. Like, we're talking about the wrong element here. We are not in the right. Let's talk about goals and saves. Over-under, and we'll start this next game. But just the sheer control that the Peaks have on this game and on this ball right now is very impressive.
They're in their zone. There it is. Pigby and Lunar are just living in the zone. They're comfortable. They're not uncomfortable. Pigby is just forcing Lutvara to take it slow here, and Lunar's already up for the save. And look, Pigby's even following it up. Like, that's the type of teamwork that we're going to be seeing from this duo. So the Pride can't get it out of their half, and Lunar's taking another shot, and he's just going to score it. Like, it's a wrap, honestly.
Lutvara just couldn't get that touch there. It's going to ricochet off, and Dewey not able to find the save on the back stop there. They got about a minute left here. Don't know that we're going to be seeing those 5 to 6 goals that we're going to need from the Pride, but they might have an opportunity. Pigby going to just touch that one out in front of the middle. Dewey going to have to follow it up, and that's going to be the issue here. It's going to be that directional, follow-up. Dewey is going to shoot it one way. Lutvara needs to make sure that they're in the right place to be able to take this in another direction. Lutvara the double, and that's going to be a beautiful little statement there from the Pride.
Finally see Lutvara and Dewey come out with their own outplay of their own on this Peaks defense. Lutvara with the double tap. Love to see it.
And let's also talk about the fact that they're going to need to get a little bit more creative on offense if they're going to want to see something work, right? Obviously, a nice little double tap from Lutvara right there is going to get the job done every once in a while, but it's not your answer to everything. You need to make sure that you're creative, going for demos, utilizing the pass. Dewey going to go for an opportunity here. Needs the double. He's going to find it. Lutvara there to clean it up. And listen, they didn't need just 2. They needed 5, but 2 the Labley take. It's just going to take them a little bit to get into it. And again, towards the end of the game, that's when we expect them to start having these notes, applied to their gameplay. I think it's only a little while until we start to see them engage in a little bit more equal gameplay with the Peaks for right now. Oh my God.
Yeah, and you see them going for that Spanish kickoff right there, and Pigby had to dodge it. Maybe if they actually scored off the Spanish, they would have had more of an opportunity with 20 seconds left on the clock. But unfortunately, fortunately for me, but unfortunately for Dewey and Lutvara, Peak's defense is just open better and missing a wide open net, unfortunately.
It's there though. That's my big point here. I think I just needed to see from the Pride that they could do something. Next game, and again, this isn't even a terrible result. Game 1, everybody's feeling each other out. Everybody's trying to figure out how they want to play this game. So again, I think it's only going to come down to, you know, how the Peaks kind of reacts to what now Lutvara and Dewey are going to do. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Did you know that your Colorado Peaks team, Legends squad in particular, has actually been to a finals before? Season 1.
Really?
Yep. Season 1, they played the Cobras. They ended up losing to them. So your team is 0-1 finals for Legends, but they are 1-0 finals ultimate. So, you know, now I guess they're not, but not the point. The point is that you and your guys have been here in this situation before. They're looking to make it 1-1, so you'll have history if you guys end up, you know, winning this game. You know the Peaks are one of the most historical here in this league, so it'll be nice to see them win. Obviously, Pride, if they are able to get the win, they're definitely gonna definitely not gonna try to squander it. But I think we just need to kind of see more of what the Pride can do. Yeah,
and might I add to that actually? When you asked me to be the GM for this team, I was honored. Like, I didn't know the history, but then a few weeks ago, Bomb informed me that the history of the Pride, or not Pride, what am I saying? The Peaks Ultimate and Legends team, and I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like, it's an honor just to be a part of this legacy.
Well, now you know that the Peaks team is one of the more relevant here. Peaks, Cobras, Trout, you know, Elk, Menaces, those are the OG, you know, 5 that were really big. Not to say that there aren't and you know, haven't been any more new developed teams, but, you know, those are the ones that we base almost all the history off of, right? Aces, I guess you can put in there a little bit, but those are the big ones. You know, Knights, Monarchs got some too, but not much for the Pride, and we haven't seen a lot from the Peaks for a little while, so a win for them would be great right here. Lunar going to take one flip reset off of that, gets the second touch, little third touch there, and all of a sudden the Peaks going to relinquish a little bit of this pressure, a little bit of this offense. It's going to fall back to the Pride. Dewey sitting mid, goes for the shot, just a little bit too far off to the side.
And that's actually something I've noticed in 2s in general, not just in this game. Oh my goodness, Pigby's just unworldly. But what I was saying was, I noticed in 2s, passing plays are really helpful, but if you can't score and capitalize off of them, that creates an open opportunity for the other team to get a lot of good pressure and a good counterattack on the other opponent's net, which I feel like just happened right now. The way I mistakenly missed the shot, and then they were both back on defense, but the counterattack from the Peaks was just too fast for them to get back to completely.
1-0 entering the first minute of this game. Pigby gonna stay on this ball, take it down the other end. Lunar not gonna opt to go for this one. A little bit awkward. Dewey gonna take care of that one off the top. Goes for the 50 here, and Lunar is, you know, literally owning this midfield. Pigby working the outside, Lunar working that middle, so that he can be there for the pass when needed, and it's kind of just fluctuates. I think the Peaks have done really good with kind of keeping space and keeping a solid rotation, especially since the Pride have kind of been mixing it up a little bit. I think, you know, the station area has kind of worked well for them, but it only takes one, and Lunar able to make the save there. Dewey not going to come away with anything.
There it is again, the defense. Lunar's 1v1 defense against Dewey. That was a good opportunity. The Pride need to find more of that and get it around Pigby in order to capitalize more on these goals. Again, like, it's not just Pigby carrying Lunar, it's a team effort, but those 1v1s, 2v1 situations will be useful for both teams to get goals. The pressure will just be too much to handle at that point.
Lutvara off the ceiling here, not able to take much of it. Pigby going to be back with the ball. Puts that towards the midfield, and I'll tell you right now, the Peaks look kind of content where they're at. They're not really trying to do too much. The Pigby's trying to really just keep it away. Lunar, beautiful save. It wasn't Lunar, it was Pigby. Oh, Lunar got the save. You can't even tell who's saving these shots. You just know that they're getting points. Lunar, big clear down the field. Lutvara pushed up super far. Gonna have to take care of this one. Not gonna be a threat, but a double commit there from the Pride. It makes them look a little bit uncomfortable. They look like they're jumpy. They look like they're a little bit panicky right now. I think they're having trouble keeping boost. and really kind of keeping possession in general. But 2 minutes, only down 1. They just need to regain a little bit of possession. They'll be fine. But being creative, that's the name of the game here. And I think we just have to wait until we start to see that from them.
Of course, they need to make more opportunities with those creative plays also. And Pigby already off the bat, trying to get the double reset, couldn't get it unfortunately. Grabbing the mid boost, or corner boost, oh my goodness. Grabbing the other team's boost will be a key factor in this match as well, but unfortunately, the Peaks defense is just too good. But as I was saying, grabbing the other team's boost is going to be a key factor in order to get good counterattacks off, and if any team can do that, that'll be really helpful for them in order to win this game.
Dway sends it out to Luvara. Luvara, top shelf, not going to be able to avoid that crossbar. This one trickles its way in, though. I don't know who misses that, but it's going to go in the way of the Pride, and thank goodness. They had offense for a fair amount of time here. They've had it all game. Lunar just not able to get back to that one. Beautiful 1-1 score. They got about 81 seconds left to play here. Who do you think has this game? Do you think the Pride can shift something up and take us for a little ride, or do you think that the Peaks got this one comfortably?
I think this game could go either way. I think the Pride have adjusted themselves from game 1. I think they're taking way more shots on target this game. 9 shots, 7 saves from the Peaks, which means the Pride have only missed 1 shot. But, honestly, the Peaks might just have this. But my point is the Pride are taking more shots this game, and they're getting more pressure on the Peaks. Lunar just gets a good 50 there. But I think at this point, 1 minute left, the Pride can easily turn this around, come back, tie the game up, and hopefully seal the deal in overtime or something.
Absolutely. So obviously the roster here for the Pride has been, for the most part, it's been Luvara and Dway for the majority of the season. Maybe the last couple of weeks because Dway's computer was messed up. They had a sub, but I mean, I don't even know that their sub is here right now. If their sub were here, do you think it would be in their best interest to either make a roster change, maybe take a timeout, talk things over with the team, with the squad after going down 2? Peaks did win that last game, right?
Oh, yes, they did.
Okay, my goodness, I forgot to do that. Forgot to give him a point on me. There's no win registered for the Peaks. Bomb, now I understand what you're talking about. I was like, are you talking about the URL history right now, or what the heck you were talking about? But now I get it. It's good, it's there. Peaks have this game. Peaks have last game, my fault. They're about to have this game too. It's away down the field, no boost left to speak of. Now he's trapped in the net too, a little bit awkward. Luvara, awkward position. Lunar, big shot down the field, and yeah, I mean, now it's kind of time to talk about what you do next, right? How are you gonna develop this game? How are you gonna change it up a little bit? Are you going for, maybe a timeout after this game? What works best here?
Honestly, I think the Pride should take a timeout after this game and just talk things over, because if you take a timeout after game 3, then you're kind of running the risk of losing one more game and just losing the whole series. But
I agree.
I think the roster right now, because you asked me earlier if they should put in their sub.
There it is.
There's the timeout right there.
Yep.
I think if they put in their sub right now, they're running the risk of losing by even more. Because Luvara and Dway, they've been the duo for this team. I don't know how much their sub has played the past couple weeks, but I think if you put in their sub right now, he's never played against Pigby in Lunar. So
that's true.
It'll take more adjustment.
Their sub also just moved up from Ultimate. So, not a player, again, not anything bad, but a player who hasn't had 9 weeks of experience playing against the best of the best in the league is tough sometimes. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, definitely understandable.
And I've also noticed in the weeks that the Peaks have played as Pigby and Lunar, the first 1 or 2 games, it was always Pigby getting like 900 points, and then it'd be like Lunar getting like 400 points or something. But Lunar has started to not need to be carried by Pigby. I make it sound like he's a bad player, but my point is Lunar's been getting better. He's been getting faster to adjust to Pigby's playstyle, and Lunar is taking shots as well as Pigby has also. Also, how long are timeouts, Nolan?
Timeout is 1 minute. I just tossed it in the chat, so as long as he looks at that, he'll understand. We've got a minute on the clock. We got a minute to talk here. We got a minute to kind of break things down. What do the Pride need to do to claw and climb back into this game? Anything. From your standpoint, what are they doing? What are they doing wrong? Maybe that's the better question.
Honestly, from what I've seen, I think the Pride just need to not overcommit as much because like that first goal that we did score, I don't know if it was the first goal or the second goal, but it was one of those two. The one that Dewey missed the shot from the pass off of.
Yep.
The reason why we were able to capitalize on that was because Dewey had to rush back, or Lute had to rush back with Dewey, and then someone got bumped and the other person wasn't back in net yet. So if you just minimize the overcommits and just try not to force anything you don't have to force, it feels like Pigby and Lunar will naturally drive the ball down the field. And I know from experience that Lunar also loves to just play mechanical and make plays, not trying to be mean, but a lot more complicated than they should be.
Sure.
But if you can capitalize on those mistakes without overcommitting, then Pride can probably turn this series around pretty fast.
So now Pigby has left the match. He's changing his car. Piggy's doing something. Sounds good.
Probably taking another nap.
He's got time for one. 1 minute.
Got a 30 second nap, power nap.
All right. So again, cards on the table here. Pride up. My goodness. Peaks up. That's the worst part about having these two guys. Teams both start with P. Peaks, Pride. I can't get them down. Can't get it right. Everybody's back in the lobby. Theoretically, they should be able to join up.
Heck yeah.
There we go. We got everybody in. Yeah, I think the Pride just need to keep doing their thing. Again, confuse them. Do anything that you can to turn this team off of what they know, right? And I think that'll go well for you because they just have to figure it out. They have to take time to physically make a difference in their gameplay that might even benefit you and yours. So I think the Pride will have to have that going for them. But Pigby just has so much space, and Lunar's sitting there lurking in the backfield, ready and waiting for anything that comes his way. Just doesn't seem like the right way to play this game. Again, I'm ultimate, so I'm not gonna tell these guys what to do, but it's certainly a change that could be made. Lufara, wide open net, it needs to go in. There was a chance that it might not have, but beautiful work from the Pride. This will also be the first lead they've had this game. Series.
The series, yes. Right there, the Lunar was waiting patiently for the save, but Pigby was not in net. So Pigby left Lunar in the 2v1, and Pride did not force anything that he didn't need to force. Like the Lutvar went for the aerial, 50 to Lunar, dropped back down, and just didn't overcommit, didn't stay up too far, went right for boost and just went right back. Ended up going in their favor to get the goal, and another open net opportunity here, but the way unfortunately hits the post, but gets the bump on Pigby. That's going to be another crucial factor. If you bump any of these players out of the way, they'll help get goals. Double tap off the backboard. Ugh. Peaks defense is just on point today.
Yeah, Lunar intercepts that one perfectly, and you could tell that this is already more offensive, kind of minded that the Peaks have seen yet. The Pride have come right out, and all of a sudden they are this titan of offense. They've had offensive pressure the entire time so far. They're making plays. They're keeping the Peaks on their feet, and I think that's really what we need to see. Over to Dewey. Dewey gonna have to follow this one up. He's got a Luvara with full boost here. Luvara not able to take advantage of this one. Gonna sweep back in, take control, and now we've got a minute and a half of Pride gameplay. Pride gonna send another one in. Luvara finds their second of the afternoon, of this contest at least. Beautiful little touch there. Just beats Lunar, and Pigby's not back, and that's it. That's as simple as it needs to be, and they gotta just keep hitting that. This game can definitely be going the Pride's way.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed this, Nolan, but when I was talking about the stealing people's boost last game and how important it's going to be,
sure,
that entire section, Pigby wasn't back because he was at mid boost. He had a 5 boost when he was trying to save it off the squishy save. He didn't have enough boost to actually get back to the ball and help Lunar out. And unfortunately, Lunar can't put that in. Neither could Pigby. But my point is, Pigby didn't have a boost amount to stay back and defend, which eventually ended up causing the goal scored on them. The way here is going to try and get the air dribble out. Almost up to pass Pigby, though. It's a good little dunk from Lunar. Lunar loves dunking in the air. Very air-minded player. No, yeah, very extremely. He loves aerial plays.
I like that. Yeah, I was gonna say he's been big in the aerial. Pigby likes to kind of mess around, and I say mess around, but I mean he displays his mechanics very well. He'll fake the aerial and then come back down on the ground, and by the time you're on the ground, he's already back up in the air. So, beautiful work from Pigby there, knowing he's got a free net. cuts the deficit by 1. You've got plenty of time to turn this game back around. If you're the Peaks, if you're the Pride, you need to continue to keep scoring. DeWay on the ball here, going to take this over to the side, loses control, forfeits control to Lunar, and now he looks like he might have an opportunity. Pigby to toss this right back down. DeWay back on the ball, got one to beat, flick over 1, awkward from Lunar, but back out to the midfield. Ludvara going to take control over it again. Going for the bump. Lunar able to make the play no matter what. And I wanted to do this last game. I'll talk about it later. DeWay, second reset. Oh my goodness.
Reset. You got a triple there. You got the triple reset there. And I'm also starting to notice that whenever they're on offense, they're Ludvara and DeWay are starting to, whenever someone is going for boost, they're taking the time going up the wall, buying their teammates some time to actually rotate out rather than just banging the ball onto the net trying to take shot after shot after shot, which is what really was killing them, because Pigby and Lunar were able to capitalize off of that, off those missed opportunities, off of those mistakes that they would make on offense when they couldn't get back in time. And now Pigby's on the counterattack again. And oh,
beautiful save. DeWay perfectly in position here. Lunar gonna end up not touching this. Pigby gonna take over at midfield, gets the touch over 1, gets a touch on another, fakes it, gets the pinch. Beautiful block by DeWay, and that's a great read by the Pride. That's not an easy read to make by any means, especially with Pigby able to do everything that he can do. All he has to do is wave his little magic wand twice and poof. Dude, he is everywhere. You've got just under a minute left to play here, and all of a sudden the Peaks have found themselves in a weird situation they haven't found themselves in yet before. Down by 1, and I say it doesn't matter. I know that you're technically a new caster here, but you are not unfamiliar with the Caster's Curse, right? Like, you know what that is?
Let me take a wild guess. If I said that Peaks were going to win this, and then they didn't win, it'd be Caster's Curse.
It's like exactly what I just said. It's like I just said the Peaks are not used to being down, and then they scored.
Oh.
It's like you just predict what happens, essentially. They need to be doing this better, or they need to do this, or whatever, and then it happens, and then boom. All of a sudden, here we go. But talk about the Caster's Curse a little bit. Let's talk about the game a little bit more. 40 seconds remain in this game. Ludvara and DeWay had a really good start to the game. They had everything going well for them, and now all of a sudden there are 30 seconds left, and it's the Peaks who...
Oh my goodness!
See, I've done it twice now.
Well, I think you should keep talking because I want my team to win.
Pigby, my goodness. Flip reset
Pigby's
midfield. Wow.
Pigby's just, he's him. He's Pigby. Simple as that. Rank B+, well earned. 20 seconds left. Nolan, do you think that the Peaks will drop this lead?
See, it's so tough, right? Because I take my time. I read all the scripts, you know, make sure that everything's all good for you guys here at URL. But I won't lie to you. This one looks a little bit unfamiliar to me. The three game up lead, something I'm unfamiliar with. My best script is last season's Legends, right? The reverse sweep Trout Cobras matchup. It was crazy. It was nuts. It was all Cobras, and then all of a sudden it was all Trout, and it was just absolutely nuts. I don't know that script is going to be applied here, but that's the script we're looking at right now. If anything is possible, Colorado Peaks going to take a surprise turn in Game 3, turn it for the better, and all of a sudden the Pride and the Peaks are sitting on match point. Pride about to go home. Peaks about to take glory and fame in the finals.
Lunar's first RLCS Season 2. Who knew he would have made it this far?
Seriously.
Like, I had faith in Lunar, but, like, honestly, when I was seeing the record earlier this season, I kind of lost a little bit of faith. Like, I knew Prophet and Lunar were definitely capable,
sure,
but I knew that they also went through a lot of issues as a team together. I'm just happy that Lunar was able to find Pigby to fill Prophet's spot, because Prophet was never able to get on. Like, honestly, I think part of that issue with Prophet and Lunar was Prophet was always busy, didn't have time for scrims or getting on for the game sometimes, always working.
Yeah, definitely a big factor there, because when you have that repetition, you have that consistency. Obviously, it's going to help you no matter what. But I do think in some cases you kind of have to, you know, you have to do the best with what you're given. And in this case, the best with what you were given was go out, find a new player, and here you are. Here's the finals, and everything kind of just looks good for you. So here we go into Game 4. Pride are do or die. They require a reverse sweep in order to take it. And if the Peaks win right here, they'll be staring themselves in the face with a nice little finals dub from URL. Not such a bad thing there, but let's go ahead and take it in. This could be the last 5 minutes for the Pride season. Lutvara, a crucial card change back to the Octane. Gonna miss his first touch here. Ends up in the hands of the Peaks. By the way, we end up Utopia Coliseum for game number 4. Hopefully, the Pride are able to work a little magic on this field.
I am definitely looking forward to seeing the Peaks try and take this dub in a 4-0 sweep. It'd be surprising to me, honestly. But, yeah, I think if the Pride have to go for a reverse sweep here, it's going to be tough. They can definitely pull it off. They just have to make some really crucial adjustments. It'll be tough. They'll have to fight tooth and nail for it. But they could definitely do it. As Lutvara trying to probably pass it mid in the air. Lunar is just better on defense. Like, I don't know. The script could not be better written. Pigby's just Pigby. So. Also, might I add, I think the Peaks are winning because I'm eating some very good chicken soup right now.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's giving them the buff. Yeah, my mom just came and gave it to me. Actually, never mind.
Chicken soup though, interesting. Dude, I don't know the last time I've had chicken soup. I'm not a real big soup guy, I won't lie. I have the occasional, tomato soup, grilled cheese, because that's just an elite meal. But I eat clam chowder. I'm from New England, I'm from Massachusetts, I live right near the water. So obviously, it's kind of just there. That's why I gotta be it's not even a soup. Is a soup a chowder? I don't think so. Awkward question, but let's go ahead and take it back to the game here. You guys can deliberate in chat. Is soup a chowder?
Let's make a poll.
Make the poll, figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, back to the game. You got 3 minutes, 35 seconds potential left of the season here. Regardless, they're up a goal. This is going to be awkward. Dway gonna have to fend this off. Able to get one more touch out. Lutvara up. Pigby blasted out into the stratosphere. Dway gonna be the one to keep this ball safe on his own half of the field here. Goes to that 50 off to the left. I think the demos need to be a bigger kind of part of this game, right? Obviously the Peaks don't need to be doing much, but I'm thinking in terms of yeah, there's one right there, but I just feel like I'm not seeing them executed the same way I normally would. Maybe it's because they're legends, but I don't know.
Demos could definitely play a big part in how this game goes, let alone the rest of the series if Pride are able to take it back for a reverse sweep. They were in the lead earlier last game and ended up dropping it late in that last game. So I wonder if Peaks will actually be able to work their magic as they did last game. So far it's pretty neutral right now ever since that first goal was scored. I don't think the Pride are trying to force anything they don't have to. I don't think they're really trying to play risky, and Lutvara is just 2-0. 2.5 minutes left, half the game.
Yeah, I mean, they just gotta play the fundamentals, right? Nothing crazy, nothing risky. And the fact that they're out ahead 2 goals halfway through the game, it is actually going to be a great thing for them. They've got a little bit of wiggle room. They've got some time to be able to now just figure out how they want to cut this game short. Right now, they're playing for time. They don't have any interest in doing anything super crazy. All they need to do is shut down Pigby and really kind of just keep an eye on Lunar here, right? 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Dway gonna calmly take this one down to the midfield. No flip reset. Lutvara gonna have to play this one out from the backfield, and I think that's got to be the name of the game too. Lutvara kind of sitting in that backfield. Dway, will take it out. Lutvara goes for that follow. It's been working for them so far. I think they got to continue on it, but how long until it gets figured out?
Yeah, and this definitely looks more controlled from the Pride, because like you said, playing it from the backfield, Lutvara and Dway are actually starting to go for more fake challenges, and here's a rare open net, I guess. Now, oh my goodness!
Pigby throws the
net! No, Pigby! And no way they score this. Okay, no, it's okay, we're good. But the demos definitely could help. I think the Peaks more than the Pride, because the Pride are already in the lead. They're definitely not taking any chances with the ball. Little double commit right there, but I think that's just a little bit of panic, making sure that the Peaks don't get this late game equalizer.
100%. Little over a minute here left to play. Peaks still looking for their first. They'll not find it right here. Dway able to get that ricochet one in that double tap off the side. Lutvara, oh, this is trouble. Lutvara leaves it for Dway. It works out just perfectly. Pride needs to continue to do well this game, and there's the third.
Oh my
could
Lord.
be the dagger. Dewey gonna buy themselves another 5 minutes of their season, and that's consistently what they're pretty much gonna have to do here, right? We saw Lunar and you know, Pigby not take that goal seriously. That goal could have easily changed the game's, you know, trajectory a little bit, but more importantly, it shows that they're not taking this game right here seriously. And I think that we'll probably just need to see them play a little bit more serious next game overall, but I don't really have too many worries. I think that the Peaks could certainly have this on lockdown if they want.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to be sitting in VC after this. I guarantee Lunar is going to tell Piggy to lock in and stop messing around. Because that was just purely Piggy wanting to go for a musty. Because he probably just was like, ooh, let's go for a musty. But yeah, the Peaks definitely can. And almost a little 180 flip there. But yeah, the Peaks definitely can still take this series. I don't think they're going to drop the reverse sweep here. I think they just have to lock in. Actually, stop messing around.
Beautiful work from the Pride, and Devo in chat. They ain't reverse sweeping, can't copy the trout. You're right. That's a once-in-a-lifetime script right there, my good sir. Devo, how you doing? It's been absolutely forever since we've seen you around here. Please enjoy the game. Obviously, Legends Final, something you're well aware of how to do. 4-0, it certainly could happen, Douche. You're right, but I know for a fact that I didn't write this script. You know, this time somebody else did. The editors spent a long time working on it. Obviously, the writers gonna hope to do everything that they can in their power, but 4-0, 0-second clock. We're not gonna see anything change this game. It is official. The Pride have bought themselves another 5 minutes of game time, and I don't know that I saw that coming. 4-0, we'll have to see.
I think one of the main things the Pride's gonna have to do more is insta challenge Pigby, because Pigby loves to take control of the ball, and when he gets in the air and goes for the flip resets, you have to have someone up in the air challenging him, not overcommitting on the challenge, not trying to play the challenge as if he's going to go high in the air, but just reading the play out slowly but surely, just to ensure you get the good 50 there and help your teammate get a goal eventually. That's what they did this game, and it worked to get a 4-0. I hope the Peaks, because I'm the GM, hope the Peaks can work around that next game and take it home.
100%, and you know, we're headed to Neo Tokyo. I hope for the best for your squad here, but truthfully, I do not mind going more games in, right? I could go to a game 6. I could feel a game 7. I know that you're not interested in any sort of thing like that, but you know, kind of just where we're at right here, I think that it's certainly possible. You let the Pride have a little confidence, maybe they take another game. Maybe they get a little closer, who knows? But just kind of where we're at right now, I think we're at a point where we're going to see a real good next game. Game 5 will be that intense game.
Of course. I'm excited to see Peaks take it.
You were right. Clean your goddamn floor, Angel. You called
Who's saying that in chat?
Devo. I just want to rub that head for good luck. Let's go. All right.
Thanks, Devo. Noted. Advice noted.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, game number 5 it's ready, and I cannot wait to see what happens here. Again, this comes down to the last 5 minutes. The Pride could have. The Pride start off scoring Dewey with a shot right on. And this is definitely a little mistake from Lunar, not challenging that kind of as it is. Super awkward, but again, you know, the Peaks, little miscommunications. They got to lock in here. Come on, this is the finals.
Yeah, sorry, I just had a mouthful of soup, but knowing Piggy personally, I do, a little Spanish kickoff here, but fortunately can't capitalize. But I know Piggy loves to just, you know, mess around, try to go for mechanical shots. But I think Piggy definitely has to actually, like, take this more seriously if they want to close this out, because last game, missed a few open nets from it, and Pride were able to capitalize on that and take the game. So if they want to win this game 5, Piggy definitely has to start locking in, getting out of the tired zone, because I know he took a nap before this game, and getting into that pre-workout mindset.
To say, get the pre going. Pigby not able to slam that one home. Gonna be pushed away by the Pride. Got another one to beat here, Ludvara. Nice and simple. Not a good enough clear though. Pigby gonna come in, slam it. But just the entire upkeep on this play. Awkward situation there for Lunar. Lunar makes something happen. Ludvara not able to get the clear. And now all of a sudden we're 1-1. You got plenty of time left on the clock. It really does come down to anybody's game. But, you know, both teams are on it. And we said this is going to be a great Game 5 because both teams, they're on it right now. So it's going to be close. It's going to be great.
Of course, and that goal we just scored, the reason why we were able to score it was because Lunar went for the, oh my goodness, Dewey is just...
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's just the best player.
And Ludvara, perfect kind of assist to it right there. You know, he's the perfect counterpart for Dewey, and they just work so well together. They're just such an in-sync team, to be honest.
Of course, and as I was saying, like that first goal that we scored, the reason why we were able to was, again, another 2v1 situation, and Lunar, when he messed up the flick, he didn't mean to do this, I don't think, but his momentum took him towards like getting a bump on Dewey, or Ludvara, so Ludvara didn't really have much other option but to just side flip and try to save it as best as he could. Unfortunately, it was past the Pigby, but that's like that demo pressure. We should see more of that from the Peaks because the few times that they have gone for bumps and demos, they've gotten good goals and opportunities off of it. That's wide open right now for Pigby to just shoot the ball and get it on target though. So
yeah,
maybe they don't need to go for bumps.
It's a little bit awkward, you know, here from Ludvara though. Lunar does a beautiful job, gets that dunk. Pigby's got a wide open net and he's not gonna miss it. Beautiful work to kind of capitalize and more importantly equalize. 3-18-2-2. We're still tied up. Pride are fighting for their playoff life. No more lifelines, no more timeouts, no more anything that could alter this series. If they lose here, the season is over. Pigby goes for that double. Ultimately, Ludvara able to kind of outsource that touch, but beautiful work. Back to the midfield, and they got a little clear. Pride have a little bit of breathing room, and that's got to be what they're looking for most here, right? Little bit of time to just figure out, you know, what they want to do on their own. Not always have a contested shot. Pigby going to be behind the defender this time, and Pride boostless, but hoping to try to make a play.
Yeah, and just now they that was a good shot. Unfortunately, it was just slightly off. But yeah, like you were saying, the Pride will be betting on the little time that they're given. You saw right there, Ludvara had the ball. Pigby thought he was going to just insta-flick it, and Ludvara just simple fake. It was a 1v1 against Lunar. Unfortunately, the Pride weren't able to capitalize too much on it, but now Ludvara shooting the ball on Lunar. Opposite side, Lunar just wasn't expecting it. It's a well-placed shot. It's a good shot from Ludvara.
I'm going to go ahead and say it, because I know everybody's thinking it, but what if they actually got the reverse sweep? Like, what if they start setting it up? What if they win this game? Break it down. What if they get another goal? What if they win this game? Then what happens? Then how are we looking? Is there any fear for the wow, I still can't say it right. Is there any fear for the Peaks at that point?
Honestly, probably knowing I don't know about Piggy, but I know Lunar definitely, once he loses down a couple games after winning a bunch, he definitely doesn't get tilted, but he gets in a different mindset.
Sure.
But I think Pigby can talk him into a better mindset because Piggy's been there. He went to Game 5 in our LCS Day 2 quals and almost lost to Left's team, but his team picked it back up. So Pigby can definitely get Lunar back into that mindset to take the Game 6, hopefully. And also make my prediction right, 4-2.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what you're looking for here. You're almost cheering for the Pride to get another win so that you can get your prediction right. Dude's like, listen, we're not gonna get too close, but you know, might as well get the prediction right. Pigby up in the air here. Oh, opportunity for the play to be made. Another big block. Ludvara down the field. Ludvara could hopefully have a touch here from Dewey to the midfield. Dewey able to outsource the touch. Gonna send this all the way back. Hoping to get another one off the ceiling to the midfield. Gonna be Lunar on the 50 there, and we got a minute left to play here. Pride looking for a huge win that would ultimately keep them in the playoffs, in the finals, as they're down big right now.
Of course, and we saw a little double commit from Lunar and Pigby on their half. I think they're starting to little panic just a little bit because they have to get a goal under a minute now. But also, Lunar they're both starting to just bang the ball on defense. They're taking less time, and the Pride are reading it perfectly. They're going for fake challenges, and the Peaks haven't really gone for many fakes this game. But the pass mid to Lunar from Pigby will be the equalizer for this match. We got a game, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a freaking game. Wonder if Peaks can take the lead late in these next 30 seconds. Hopefully, me being biased, they can. But the Pride have shown that they won't let up many shots or many goals. Their defense has proven to be one of the best this entire series, especially in these last few games that they have won since their timeout.
Could this be the script, though? The last second goal from either side. We go to the Game 5 right here. We end up in overtime. This has to mean something. If the Pride are able to get a goal, they'll take it to a crazy game at number 6. And all of a sudden, you know, we got a game away. Able to get that first touch. Lutwara gets a second. It's in. We go to Game 6. Lutwara.
No way.
No way.
The 0-second goal, the double tap started from Dewey. Lunar just couldn't read the shot. It's a well-played shot, top 90.
Okay.
Pride. Oh my goodness, my heart just skipped 4 beats.
Now,
Jesus.
Now, Angel, you got to give me a second here. Now we start asking the question. Since they won this game, what happens next game? What happens if they win Game 6 and go to Game 7?
I think at that point, the Pride could take it away after that.
So we know full well the Pride can win this series now that they've won this game.
I think, yes, I definitely think the Pride can now win this series. I'm saying that not because I think Lunar and Pigby are going to just sell the rest of the series. It's definitely possible. The Pride, Dewey, and Lutwara have definitely adjusted the way that they play to counter Pigby and Lunar and make them panic, which is what you need to do in these games. Especially, like, I just saw like the little replay in front behind the scoreboard just now. The shot, it was when Lutwara got like a nice little double tap off the backboard, and Lunar wasn't expecting it. He was really awkward in the net, and Dewey just shot it. Like, the Peaks have to be more aware of those awkward touches that the Pride are going to get to make the Peaks awkward, and they have to adjust around it.
I 100% agree with you. We come into game number 6 here, and the Pride obviously have all the momentum right now. They're going to get picked off one of these games because, again, we just know what the Peaks can do. We know what the Peaks will do, and kind of just how simple it is for that momentum to get turned around. You know, the Peaks start off the scoring here before, you know, the Pride do, and all of a sudden it's a runaway game. So, you know, anything can happen. The Pride need to play super cautious. Again, they've bought themselves another 5 minutes of season, and this is obviously not where you want to be with it. You're 5 minutes of season facing shots in the first couple of seconds of this game. Lutwara going to take it down the field to assist his teammate. This could be big. Lunar not able to get up for that. And all of a sudden, I'm not looking at Pigby anymore. I'm looking at Lunar. Lunar needs to step up big here, right? But I see a lot from Lutwara. I've seen a lot from Dewey, and I've seen a lot from Pigby. But I think Lunar needs to get a little bit more involved, and that could obviously help them. I think it's hurting them right now that he's not as involved as he needs to be.
I agree completely. I think Pigby is definitely, he has to start trying, but Lunar also has to start getting involved with these plays. You're already noticing that the Pride are playing differently. They're chasing the ball downfield more when Pigby's on it. In GC1 lobbies, we call that playing stupid. And why are you going for that?
Really?
Why are you chasing me? Get off my car.
See, that's new to me. Yeah, I can't wait for it.
But if you want to win this game, that's all you got to do. You have to chase. You have to make sure Piggy is not on the ball, because Piggy is clearly the one that's going to make the most plays. Lunar is on this team too, but Lunar is setting Piggy up for some crazy plays. And if you get Piggy out of the equation and just chase him down the field, chase him off the ball, bump him off the ball, demo him off the ball, it's going to open up some opportunities, and it's going to help the Pride a lot, especially if they don't overcommit while doing it.
Yeah, and this is the first game, the past 2 games at least, that the Pride haven't scored first, that they haven't had that original momentum kind of going into things. Does that change everything for them? Does it mean that the Peaks all of a sudden have this momentum since the beginning of the game? Dewey up, hoping to get this one, not able to make any touch off of that, and this is going to be big. It doesn't look, the Pride are easily going to get back to this, actually. Beautiful work there. It was close. It was exactly what the Peaks needed, and they needed another one of those. If they can snag another one of those goals from down the field, not only is that a little bit demoralizing, but that's certainly a score that you will gladly take.
Of course, and yeah, I think the Peaks getting this first goal is definitely what they needed. They need to look more comfortable, but unfortunately, Lunar with 0 boost, and Dewey is just, he's the Flash whenever Lunar has 0 boots, and the way was full. So yeah. I think the Peaks just have to do more. If they can be comfortable and get goals and then not fall under as much pressure while maintaining the amount of boost that they have to have, they can hopefully take the series away and not let them go to a Game 7.
And I want to credit the Pride with the resilience that we've seen from them so far. It's not easy to be down 3 games and start winning games again, to gain that momentum back, to obviously feel okay while you're doing everything. That's a pretty damn hard thing to do. And these guys have shown that they can be perfectionists with it. And I think that that's a really kind of a special thing to have as a player, right? To be able to work under this pressure, to be able to hold this discipline. And again, that's what we're talking about. Lunar's got to get into position to be able to field that one. Lutvara going to walk away with the goal on that one. Beautiful touch from Lutvara, and now we're nearing halfway through the game. Pride all of a sudden have this lead back. We know what happens with them when they have the lead. And my goodness, Devo, I hope you're still watching, dude, because that script that we used to talk about like it was so crazy, it's looming. There's a possibility. DeWay, is he up? Is he anywhere near it? No, he's not. He's all the way in the backfield, but it looks like they're going to be able to pick up where they left off. Lutvara sees DeWay. Big touch down the field. It's going to get cleared out by the Peaks. And again, I don't want to count the Peaks out here. I just want to see them start to have some control again. Huge play, and there it is. Talk about the caster's curse. This one's a caster's blessing.
What a 50 from Pigby. Lutvara just did not see this pitch coming. Just slightly a little bit of panic because he doesn't expect the 100,000 kph pinch coming off of DeWay's car. But that's what the Peaks needed, I guess. They're tied up now. The Peaks just have to maintain their defense, maintain good offense without letting anything up. And there's a demo coming out from the Pride onto the Peaks, but no one's challenging except for Lunar. If the Peaks can take control of that space that's given to them, they can probably make something happen with the ball. Get back in this game.
I agree. They got to utilize that space, but I mean, until then, they're just going to keep doing what they're doing.
Of course. But right here, Lutvara just gave it away to Piggy. Like, Piggy now has space. Lutvara is own goaling.
That's sometimes a momentum shatterer. Hopefully they can laugh that one off, but Piggy going to get credited for this goal. Ultimately, Lutvara, not the touch he wants either, but minute 46 left to play. You got to hope for a turnaround.
Of course, and I think one thing I did notice is Pigby's awareness of them having to chase him down the field to get him off the ball. He noticed that Lutvara was going to chase him, and so he just dodged him, and now they're up 2 goals. So, I think the Peaks are definitely back in this game. I think they're definitely feeling more comfortable. Lunar getting himself involved to upper top. Oh my goodness, I can't speak, Nolan. I have whatever you have.
Upper top. Yeah, dude, it's contagious. It has to be. It's in the air at this point. And truthfully, it might even be the Pride who have a small case of it too. Certainly not. Lutvara says, "You think I got that stutter? Hell no." He takes the shot. Beautiful work here from the Pride, and Lunar again sitting duck right in the net. I got to see him do a little bit more, because now you're down 1. Pride got a little momentum. You got over 90 seconds left to play. There's plenty of time left on this clock. Anything can happen. Anything will happen. Lutvara going to gain control from this ball immediately. Gets the boost. Over to DeWay. DeWay says, that's too easy, man. 90 seconds, tie game. Opportunity for Game 7 looming. And Mr. Pocket just brings it back in with a beautiful classic. Mac and Chez. Everybody, eat your noodles, eat your mac and cheese. 4-4, 90 seconds. Take us through it, Angel.
My goodness, this is wow. The 2 goals scored within the past 20 seconds is actually crazy. Lunar trying to find something here though. DeWay is just he's too far back. Lunar go for a bump. Peaks are actually going to need those bumps. Need to go for more demo plays here. Not too many because you don't want to overcommit. But just there, Lunar picking the challenge, having Lutvara forcing him to give it away. Lunar demo on Lutvara. This could be good if he can get around DeWay. Unfortunately can't dunk Lutvara, but now Lunar is back in that 2v1 situation, which the Peaks can't afford to be in right now. Tie game around Lutvara. Lunar is in a 1v1, but Lutvara he's speedy, gets back in Supersonic, and now Piggy in the air, fakes the flip reset, gets it around Lutvara, and he's gonna score! Oh my gosh, getting another goal for this game 6 with 48 seconds left, under a minute.
Oh my goodness, just look at the prowess there, the control, the awareness. fakes the high to go low for when Dewey challenges, and then beats Lutvara on the up and goes down and just weaves his way through the defenders. It's beautiful work. Pigby's gonna have another stab at it. He's gonna take a flip reset on one. Lutvara gets a touch, and by the way, the Pride now have 40 seconds left of their season, and they've got to play this to a T, really. They need to, all cards out on the table. They need everything to work out in their favor. Lunar gonna toss this back to the midfield. Dewey down the field. Lutvara, very little boost to speak of, and needs to make a play happen no matter what. Another shot towards the net. Lunar gonna send it.
Oh, yes. That's my guy right there. That's my Lunar goat.
That very well could be the dagger. We've seen them do it twice in 20 seconds. They're going to need to pull it out in 18. This could end up being the last 18 seconds of the Pride season. Lutvara going to opt for an awkward kickoff there, trying to go for that boost. Looks like he might have just gotten confused off the kickoff. Pigby, they send another one down. Lunar, opportunity to equalize it. Takes a ton of time off the clock. Yep.
Oh, that's going to wrap it up. The Peaks are your URL Season 3?
Season 3.
Season 3 Legends Champions. Finalist champions.
No, they did it. They did what the last squad could not do this season. We are righting the wrongs. We're rewriting the history books. And the Colorado Peaks have been here before. And now all of a sudden they've become champions of URL. The goated franchise. You love to see it. And more importantly, first season as a GM, you got a winning team. How does it feel? It's got to be great, right?
It feels wonderful. It would have been nice to have Ultimate 2 and Contender and All-Star. Like,
right.
Man, those teams
like planned, right?
They do not suck. They're amazing. I love my Contender and All-Star teams, especially since Impav and Dorfin had to take over because DJ and the other dude just left the server out of nowhere. They got a little just angry, but I'm really happy that Legends team was able to take it home. I'm really proud of Lunar and Pigby and Prophet, because Prophet did provide help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before Pigby came on the team. And I'm really happy with the results here. Unfortunately, though, I have to attend a threes match that I'm 11 minutes late to.
Dude, I appreciate you casting. Go leave.
Of course.
Best of luck to you. Absolutely. I'll take it from here. Yeah, damn. That's crazy. I'm a big fan of everything. You guys can still see him. Now you can see CJ's. That's all right. CJ, I'm sure, could just pop in whatever he wants. It's a great game. I loved everything that we had. It came close. You know, it was almost reverse sweepable. We had